Hello everyone. Google just launched its own integrated development environment called Antigravity. In our today's video, I will try to install the setup and I will show you how we can use it, especially it is an AI agentic IDE. So we have a lot of things to learn, how we can run the agent, how we can create the application. So we will go and explore each and everything about the Antigravity. And beside of that, as I'm pretty much familiar and using that one which called the Visual Studio Code, that's one of my favorite. As apart from that WebStorm or Cursor, now we will try in today's Antigravity from the Google, and I believe there is a lot of things you're gonna get free, and this is totally free right now. Maybe later on it's gonna be pricing on others because it's now on public preview. So this is the video which is all about into this Antigravity, how we can configure, initialize and start working on that. So let's just dive into it. And to work with that, first let's just go about things about the documentation here. This is the website, which is the naming is pretty good, interesting, antigravity.google. That's very cool. Now here, experience a lift off with the next generation IDE. Okay, you can now it will automatically get your system. So either you are using the Windows, Linux or Mac OS, you can just get it. And they have pretty much good documentation about to how you can install and go further. I'm going to go a little bit lower to see you can watch the video about the Antigravity, and this is the section which I want to go with that. As you can see, we have an AI IDE core and how that can work, and also we are having that higher level abstractions and cross surface agents. So cross surface so means we can apply multiple agents. We're going to explore that on later on. We have the user feedback section and agent first experience and others. So first of all, let's just go directly on there. We will just go to download, so the download option. Now from there, I'm using that Apple Silicon, so I will just download that one. You can choose your system and download that one. Also, I want to see the pricing plan over here. Now the individual plan 0 at months because it's in public preview, and other plan is still on the coming soon, especially for the team plan, enterprise plan. And I think this one would be cool because when the OpenAI and the Cloud, they are mixing with a lot of AI module, then the Google was pretty silent, and then they jump on, especially the Gemini and others, they make it massive. So I think this is also going to be cool. Now I think it's already downloaded, so over here I'm going to just open that one in my system, and then I need to just drag that folder using in my application. Let's just go explore the documentation. For the getting started guide, you can download here in the Mac OS, in the Windows or in the Linux, whatever things you need to follow through. I can make it bigger just to see you can see it properly. Then we have the models here. The reasoning model. We have the Gemini 3.4 high, Gemini 3.4 low. Google, sorry, Cloud Sonnet 4.5. Now this one, even the this is pretty generous for the Google, right? This is really, really generous because GitHub Copilot can provide the free version of that Cloud Sonnet 4.5. They have two, 4.5 and 4.5. The thinking model also, both are available here. So okay, and also for the GPT, I think Google is putting much more things over here. We have the agent model settings, task groups, browser list, everything you can find here. So now as it's installed here, I'm going to open it directly in my system. Let's just hit yes to open. And now this one, there I was running a previous task here, and this is a pretty good segment over here. It can capture. Now I keep that to see what kind of caching it's just storing. Even I uninstalled my previous version, it's still there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna restart and use a new version. So this is how you're gonna land within your application layer. Now I'm zooming it, that's why you can see it bigger, but actual ratio is like that. Okay, now from there you can explore this sidebar over here. Now what I did on the first time you're gonna integrate or you're gonna initialize that, and it will ask if you want to shift your Visual Studio Code or any previous IDE to that one. You just need to choose yes, then automatically it's gonna transit on there. And also it's gonna have especially all of that extension you're using, especially if you just see we have that ES7 React Native snippets, right? So let's see if it's there. You can see React Redux, the same thing, it's already there. So you can just install the extensions to let it work, and you can go with the settings, you can do all the tricks I'm just gonna keeping in that aside. If you are looking forward to how you can make it this setup in pretty much more properly aligned the way Visual Studio could work, let me know in the comments. We'll try to make another video about that. But today's things how we can use that. Now, as you can see, we have our folder structure, search, we have the Git structure, we have extension structures, pretty much Visual Studio Code. Then we have our agent mode over here. In the agent mode, we have the planning mode here. I'm going to make a little bit more bigger. Now we have two structure here. One is the planning, right? In the planning, let's say what is saying, agent can plan before executing tasks used for deep research, complex tasks, or collaborative work. I love this one because the way we are writing the prompt is not we are writing a very good way, so it's better to plan before executing. Then we have the first. If you know what you are building, if you know what kind of structure you're following through, then you can say, okay brother, no need your attention, just do that particular task, which is the agent will execute tasks directly, and the execution, it will be faster on there, used for simple tasks that can be completed faster. And then we can also use the Gemini Pro High. You can use any. I will go with the default, whatever the default variation is providing. Then we can open the folder. You can open Agent Manager. You can clone repository. I'm going to open a folder, and from the documents, I'm going to go with that new app. And here I'm going to create another, or I'm going to just directly open this one here. So now, as you can see, I'm opening my directory here, which is the empty directory. Now, what do you want? I'll go with a pretty simple application, not so much of that. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask him to do something very specific. I am a, let's say, developer and want to build my own portfolio where I will show my details and work experience and others, and will love to build it using Next.js latest version and should have proper animations and designs. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to just keep that much. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it plan to that. Just a simple prompt, don't thinking that much. I'm just saying him, I'm a developer. Now I want to build my portfolio. Even I didn't provide my name, anything, nothing. It's just blank. So now what it's gonna do, it's gonna working on that. And remember, this is the open agent manager. You can see you can open the agent parallelly. Now this is the one which is building. You can open the parallel one, so it can run agents parallelly. 1, 2, 3 agents you can go by, so that it will do the work. But I don't recommend you to do that. It will not be that much faster because it's in preview mode. Everybody are using that. Everybody using that is because those are free version. I was surprised just to see how much free they are providing. Just today I got that one, and then I see, okay, that's massive. So should be a little faster, not so faster, but the work should be done. So what I recommend you, let it provide its like planning, then till the details is coming, we're gonna just give it a break. Now you can see it's setting up a plan, how it's going to structure or build a phase. So first page is that is going to planning on that, initialize the Next.js project, create implementation plan, and then define design and animation strategy. Okay, I need to put that yes, otherwise it can't access. I think, yeah. So now, as you can see, the planning and setup is doing, it will go batch by batch. You see, first is the planning and setup, then is the implementation, and there is the verification. In the implementation, it will set up the project structure, and it will make the layout and navigation hero section about experience, contact, and animations, and then the responsive testing and the performance check and the final review. The good thing is that this will give you a proper idea how a task can so the things gonna run by and how those things can analyze. And also you can review on it. You can submit the comment, you can tweak to change the things. And the good part is that you can also add your customizations, you can use your MCP servers, you can download diagnostics, and you can export the entire data structure. So there is a lot of room to go by, especially all about AI. And this is very much interesting on the field of AI, how massively it's growing and how systematically it's building such of enormous tasks in a very easy way. If I check on my tasks over here, you can see we have the next folder, we have the source using the app, and especially I want to look for the package. In the package, we are using that next latest version here, so the latest here, and also the React DOM Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, Tailwind CSS4. Pretty cool. Still, for the Cloud 4.5 Sonnet, whenever I'm providing that, they are going. I don't know why still is going for the Tailwind CSS version 3 something. So now this is cool. This is really, really cool. Over here, you can have the lib directory and all. And by the way, you can see so many things is right there. How you can open the terminal? Pretty simple. You can click, you can open the terminal. And if you are using the Mac OS, Command J, open the terminal, Command B, open the directory. That's as simple as it is. You no need to export any of the command, all as simple as it before. So now you can use it. Now over here, it's just implementing the navbar and footer components. So now you can start the directory, you can do the things, but again, I'm going to give a little bit more time so my AI can finish the entire segment. Okay, so most of that, the task is completed. I will accept all to make it to be done. Okay, now it can go with the walkthrough. You can open it, you can provide your guidelines so developer portfolio walkthrough. So it just builds successfully with the modern responsive developer using, okay, it's just an overflow what it did. So the moment up to that, I'm gonna see, is it using, yeah, it's used npm. So I'm gonna just make that, did it install, yeah, dependency install, so npm run deb. So as you can see, it's running on localhost 3000. So the basic behavior, the way we like it through. Okay, where is my browser? Okay, I think I closed my browser by mistakenly, so I'm going to open it here. Okay, it can also access my browser pretty much. So I'm going to just go here. You can see it's now having that Antigravity browser console. You can customize it. I'm going to keep it using it, that one. So localhost instead of that, I'm going to open that one within my 3000. So now this will open my portfolio. Okay, this is neat. I love the color combination. Okay, about me, experience, feature. Oh, this is really cool for the first instances. So now let's see the projects, contact, experience. Now it's something I want to tune. Let's say if it can say that. So when I am moving one section to another, let's say I want smooth scrolling effect. Besides, let's say beside we can enable the dark light mode. You can do that, but I will not go with that. Use dummy images from internet. No, not the dummy. What I love to use free images. Let's say images from internet where needed, and make the this and put more topic. Let's see, that's it, simple. Let's say I know not that much, pretty much I'm just a newbie, I'm not a developer. I know I just need an application website. I'm just commanding on that, just a newbie, so that it can go with that. It's thinking now, this is the reasoning here, this is the planning. It's thinking now, it will go with my entire structure again, that it gonna implement what is needed to be done. So it's like, now what actually is happening if you are working in a company, you have a product team, you have several segment teams there. So every team gonna decipher what there is needed, how it can be done, but this one single agent can do everything. It can cut down 10 to 15 people's team from the organization pretty easily if it's going on live. Trust me, that would be the first effective things going to be happen, not for the developers, but the planner who is planning the things, who is designing the things, who is making corporation on the things. But no, they will not be passed away, but they need to be more accurate, and they need to more futuristic on those structure, because previously it's only the coding development, but right now is the way it's planning, the way it's forecasting every single scenario. Everybody is in the track. So this is really, really cool. I will accept everything, all the changes, and also we can monitor over here. This is working over here. Okay, is it added? Yeah, see, this is added. So now it's now adding the images. So I will just say yes, 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 so it can be doing properly. Okay, there is a client side error, no worries, it will fix that. Okay, cool. I have my, if I open, that is pretty nice. Is it responsive? That's I need to check over here. Previously I didn't check it. If I go here, yo, this is super, super. So you have a free AI, you have a free agentic mode, and you are creating applications super free. That is the power of 2025, especially the revolution of AI. So This is really cool. So now, as you can see, that finished the task. Now, this is not a simple application. As you can see, this is just a simple underline is provided, but it can do a lot more than that. Just the beginning, just it started. So I used a lot of other AI, but I really love the way it's polished the design, the way it's provided it. This is pretty simple and pretty cool. So what I want you to, let's give it a try all the AI. You can switch through the AI, you can go through the cloud 4.5. You can also from the planning, you can go with the fast, you can go with all the mode, and then you can use it. And as it's free, try to make the most and the biggest kick on that. And don't forget to subscribe the channel, and of course like the video if you are looking forward to something new on it. Let me know in the comments. I'll go use it for a long time right now, because I'm really fan of it. You can see all the changes, I can track the changes. Okay, that's cool. I think I can connect my GitHub directly here, so we can just commit push everything right here the way we used to do it in the Visual Studio Code. This is very simple, solid, and structurable. Thank you again for Google community for building such very cool things. And of course, we do use and will love it the way it's coming with the public preview. Maybe in future it's gonna be coming a boost up on that. So all the best, try to use it. And if you're having any comments, if you're having any questions regarding it, let me know in the comments. Until then, I'm gonna see you in the next build.